First of all, can we start with a topical issue, and that is the supply chain or challenges that are originating right now from the Red Sea. At what point does this really become problematic for Singapore, and how exposed are we? How can this risk be mitigated?
Well, it's a very volatile situation. The direct impact so far has not been very much. We know that many of our oil traders, commodity importers, are making plans to divert their cargoes. There's help. But if the conflict should widen, I think we will feel a lot more of the impact, both in terms of the prices of commodities and eventually on confidence in the economy as well.
Speaking of the outlook on the global economy, Singapore's a key barometer. It's a top trading hub for a number of commodity markets. What are volumes and flows telling us about economic conditions?
Well, the volumes still remain very healthy. The markets are volatile. And the wars do not help, of course. But there's also the trade tensions, the uncertainty about economic recovery throughout the world as well, and also in Asia. That has impacted prices. We do not think the volatility will go away anytime soon. But we hope that we can build an environment here where our trading firms can succeed regardless of the market conditions.
What does the future hold then? Trade 2030 strategy, and let's talk about that, to grow offshore trade to $2 trillion by the year 2030. How does the energy transition fit into that? And how does Singapore aspire to become a global trading hub for carbon?
Yeah. Well, before I get into the carbon, the Trade 2030 plan is a much bigger plan than just carbon itself. But we're really trying to build the community here in a few ways. First, we already have a fairly deep ecosystem right now, roughly 400 firms. We account for about 15% of global energy trading, 20% of metals, 20% of soft commodities, and we are adding to that every year. So that community, I think, is one of the strongest attraction for companies, more companies to want to come to Singapore. The second thing is, as you mentioned, because of the energy transition, many of our commodity firms are also looking to green their operations and looking to get into new, greener commodities.